Alright, so I'm gonna make a video on this because it took me a while to figure out, and none of the videos I could find here on YouTube were helpful, because apparently when you're changing the low beam bulb on a 2013, or I guess 2009 to 2014 GLK350 or 250, there are two styles of lamp holders or clips, and there's one that they call the spider clip or something, and mine didn't have that, and I was struggling trying to figure out how to change it, and I figured it out. So basically, after you get this cap off, and I'll do the other side as well, and let's see if I can look in there, and you look in there, there are those three clip points, the top one up there and two corner edge ones. Now what you do to loosen the bulb is you basically get your hand in this kind of little motion with these 3 points that it has, and basically pry them open and the bulb will come loose. And I'll go ahead and show that with the next one, because I'm going to go ahead and swap that one while I'm at it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one in, and I assume, so now that I put it in, it is working. I did use some bulb grease. Don't forget your bulb grease. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, and now I imagine, since the clips are there, it's gonna go ahead and just slip right in. And I imagine this is the updated version, because I've seen people have a lot of issues with the spider clip. So I was frustrated at first, but now I'm pretty happy. All right, so I went ahead and swapped this one, which was the left low beam. That's the only one that my dashboard was saying was out. But since I rent this vehicle on Turo, I'm actually going to go ahead and just swap the right one as well, just so I don't have to worry about that later. So I'm going to go through the full process with this one. Here's the cover to the bulb, and you go ahead and turn it counterclockwise. Comes right out. That's the easiest part of this. And then again, as I mentioned, you have those 3 points right there. One, the top one, you can barely see it there, and then there's one on the other side. Like I mentioned, use this motion to grab them apart, and the bulb will come right out. I don't think I can show you simultaneously that I do it, but like I said, you see the top and the left point, and then there's one on the other side adjacent to that one there. So they're surrounding the bulb, and you just pull those apart, and basically there's little tiny pins at the very bottom that's holding that thin sliver in, and some people are just pulling them out. Do not do that, because you're definitely going to mess shit up. So I did forget to mention to go ahead and unclip the clip first, the pigtail, and honestly, you just pull that out. There's no special clip or plug or anything or tab to pull on. And then what I realized is, instead of just using that motion, because it gets pretty complicated, especially if your hands are big, just pull, this is one of the tabs, just pull them slightly back, not too much to where you're going to break them, but just pull them back a little bit, one by one. And do that one by one, just like that. Now I'm going to do the other side, until you have the bulb loose. See how that just came loose on one side? So now I'm just going to keep doing that slowly, applying just minimal pressure until they come loose, because you don't want to bend them all the way back, because the idea is when you bring the next new bulb in, you want it to pop right back in and hold in place. Let's see. Thank God I have tiny hands. I think this one came loose already, but there you go. See? So actually, if you just get this bottom one loose and then pull up on it, pretty much good to go from there. Now remember, on the old one, it doesn't really matter too much, but on the new bulb, when you're taking it out, remember not to touch any part of the bulb, basically. Just touch here around the metal or aluminum housing, and then don't forget your bulb grease. Put it right around these connectors here. Not too much, just a light coat. There we go, just like that. And then so on those GLKs that have the other type of tab, I noticed that the bulb comes in upside down, or sorry, with the tab that's here facing down. These are actually going to go up. So go ahead and grab your connector. Let's see if you can see here, right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just plug the bulb in. No big deal. Can't really get a picture of that, but I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Being careful not to touch the bulb, because the oils on your hand will smear on there, and then when they turn on with the heat, they'll burst. You don't want that. So now, tab facing up, this tab facing up, I'm going to reverse the bulb and face it this way and bring it back into those 3 tabs. And this, like I said, I was annoyed at first, but with these updated tabs, it's actually much easier to just push it in. Let's see, let's get it right there. And there you go. And now it's good to go. This video might come in upside down because I'm filming upside down, but you should get the gist of it. And we'll go ahead and get the vehicle on the on position. So I'm going to auto now, but it's still light out. So we'll go ahead and turn it to lights on. And now we've got